Hey, what's up, everybody? It's December 3rd, 2024, and this is Ben Sigmund. I just was thinking about this concept of how to remove blockers, and I think it's something that's really valuable that I like to think about whenever I'm creating something, whenever I'm building something, whenever I'm working with a team that's building something. Just sort of related to the importance of focusing, but I have some interesting perspectives on how to get things done and how to remove blockers that I think will be very helpful and interesting. So I prepared a little presentation and let's get into it. It's called Dodge Bullets, Avoid Distractions, Build Great Products. And it starts out with this video.
The Matrix is a system, Neo. That system is our enemy. But when you're inside, you look around, what do you see? Businessmen, teachers, lawyers, carpenters. The very minds of the people we are trying to save. But until we do, these people are still a part of that system, and that makes them our enemy. You have to understand, most of these people are not ready to be unplugged. And many of them are so inert, so hopelessly dependent on the system, that they will fight to protect it. Were you listening to me, Neo? Or were you looking at the woman in the red dress?
I was...
Look again. Freeze it.
And let's freeze it there and just basically the reason I really like this scene is because it's about distractions. And I always think about how distractions are kind of like bullets because they really kill our focus. You know, it says online like it takes 23 minutes to recover from a distraction to get back into really deep focus work. I don't know if that's always true for everybody, but look, there's a cost to getting sidetracked, getting calls, getting pulled into a meeting, getting a text message, whatever, have someone knocking on your door, all of these things that take us away. Some of those things are unavoidable, but there's a certain amount of distraction that is avoidable, and that's the distractions, the excuses that we make up for ourselves. And so, I have this happen to myself often, and I like to remind myself that it's really important for me to stay on mission no matter what's happening. And so for development, what this looks like is different than other types of things. But for development, it's kind of saying goodbye to unrelated bugs, side projects, and just off-track tasks in general. But it could also be other things, like if I'm writing a blog post, waiting for my designer to come up with an image. That used to block me, and I used to not get stuff published all the time because I was waiting for an image, when I could just publish the blog, add the image later. Or, waiting on someone to build something when I could just mock up the data, for example, and move forward no matter what. So what is important to note here is that really distractions kill and progress wins. Progress wins and perfection can wait. So it's okay to put something out there that's imperfect and then come back and polish it later. Actually, that's the preferred way to do things. Because if you really wait till things are perfect, that's sort of a distraction from actually getting something done and out there in the world, which is what matters more than having it be perfect and never get out there, or sort of saying, I'm gonna wait until happens, then that will be the right time. That's always the worst idea, I think. Like, we need to move forward. I need to move forward constantly. And if I'm not moving forward, then I need to look at what's stopping me from moving forward and where else in my life is that stopping me from pushing things forward. It's really good introspective work. So perfection, that can really, really wait. And, I've worked with some really amazing people that see things like this, that all obstacles are opportunities. I think you should print this out, take a screenshot of this, print this out, put this on your desk, put this on your fridge. This is something that I think is really important to absolutely live by. In fact, I'm going to print it out and put it here on my desk too. Because if I'm not doing it, why am I telling you? Right? But overall, I think obstacles really are opportunities. Every time something comes up that's blocking me it's my job to find a way around that thing. Like I was saying, waiting on someone else is the ultimate killer of progress. Do not wait on someone else. I cannot be waiting for someone to build something, to fix something, when I can potentially go around that obstacle. Look for a new way to accomplish what my goal is, to move forward towards my goal, instead of waiting for them to come and move some rock in the road, right? I could drive around that rock sometimes, and I can always be looking for ways to avoid those obstacles. So another aspect is that having a really clear goal, making daily progress, and getting support from your team, whatever your team is. Maybe it's your family, maybe you have a team at work, maybe you're using AI to support yourself in building something. Like, all of those things work, okay? There's lots of different definitions of team. Sometimes it's even someone outside, another entrepreneur, or someone who can work with you can ask questions for. You could tell them why you're stuck. Who can help you rubber duck and brainstorm, repeat ideas back and forth with. That could be really good, because really, ultimately, the thing that matters is finishing. Finishing matters. That's how you get to traction, rewards, validation, and in a team setting, especially, every role matters. And if you don't know why your role matters towards the goal, then you have some work to do. Go and ask someone, what is my role? How is it playing forward towards this goal? Why am I on this call if I'm not talking? I always think if you're on a call where you're not talking at all, I hear people do this, like, I'm on a call, but I don't have to talk. They'll be just listening in. What is the point of being on there? There's no point. You should not be on that call. Do not waste time. Do not let people waste your time. Your time matters and your role matters, but only if you're working towards the goal. The goal is what matters. And blockers, those are the enemy. Blockers, distractions, those are bullets. We need to remove any blockers always. Like I was saying earlier, in my own life, I have blockers all the time. Like, I was trying to script something the other day, and I was building out this huge program that I was working on, and it relied on sort of another program to do something. And I was like, you know what? I should incorporate that logic into my program. I can do this serialization stuff. I could handle this, no problem. And I spent hours trying to get it. I could not get there. And eventually I was like, you know what? This is not helping me towards my goal. This dependency is not that important to remove right now. I can keep that dependency. It's a little bit scotch tapey, sure. It's a little bit of rubber band, but that's fine because I can build on that. There's a building across the street that looks like they're building it out of toothpicks, but they're getting it built, okay? Like, I'm not sure how the finished product is going to turn out exactly, but as long as they go back and replace the toothpicks later, I think it'll be fine. The payoff. Well, like I was saying earlier, the payoff is that you actually got something done. Then you can look at what worked and didn't work. Then you can polish. But once you've got something finished, that gives you the opportunity to improve. And it also opens up lots of other doorways. So really, when you finish your product, when you finish your projects, when you get something done, then you can sit back and look at the thing and think about what you want to do differently either next time or what you want to change about it. But at least you have your defined goal, you have your design, you have your whatever it is that you're going to get to. And I'll speak from but like when I get to that thing, it feels so good also. It just feels so good to have something done. And sometimes I produce something that does not feel good. Like, I make a video and I upload it and I delete it, or I want to delete it because I can feel really cringe about it. But that's okay too. Everything is a learning opportunity, and it's not really for me to judge whether a video is good or not, for example, or a product is good. It's for the market to decide. It's for the viewers to decide. It's for people out there in the world to experience and learn from or take from it whatever they will. Or not. Or not. That's fine too. So the important thing is focus, support, deliver. Focus on the goal. Clear goals, focus on them, and get stuff done. Constantly shipping, constantly pushing things forward. So, basically executing is what really matters. Getting things done. And what I'd like to say is this is our moment. This is our moment to do something different. This is our moment to push things forward, to stop making excuses and get things over the line. And this is your moment. This is your moment to make a change, to do that thing you've been waiting for, to go ahead and finish it, to get it out there. And to do that, well, all you have to do is free your mind, just like Neo. And so let's watch a little clip of Neo freeing his mind. And that's, you just unlock all your potential that way.
You have to let it all go, Neo. Fear, doubt, and disbelief. Free your mind.
So that's it. In summary, I think just basically what I'm constantly trying to remind myself about, and my team, and sort of the world, is that obstacles are opportunities. There's always a new way, a new path forward, but the goals are what matters, and staying focused on moving towards that goal. The goal can change too. The goal can change later, but it's very important to stay focused, to have these goals and work towards them, and to work on finishing and define what finishing means early on, so you know when you're there. So those are my thoughts for today. I'll be making more videos like this about things that interest me. Make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel to find them all. And I hope this was valuable. If it was, let me know in the comments. And be sure to like the video. Thanks a lot.